Before I begin my report about the Philippine Qualifications Framework, I would like to first share with you how the Philippines has developed its growth strategy with the title of Pillars of the Philippines Growth Strategy. The Philippines continually emphasizes lifelong learning and skills mobility for labor productivity as an integral part of the country's growth strategy. Lifelong learning, which means education and skills training, do not stop after school. People must keep learning throughout life to adapt to new technologies, new jobs, and changing work environments. Skills mobility, on the other hand, means that workers should be able to use their skills in different jobs, industries, or even countries. This helps them stay employed and productive even when the economy changes. Why it matters? By encouraging lifelong learning and flexible skills, the country can have a more productive workforce, which helps the economy grow faster. One of the major goals based from the Philippine Development Plan of 2017 to 2022 is to improve labor productivity. That is, to make Filipino workers more efficient and skilled by investing in human capital. Human capital investment means putting resources like money, time, and policy support into education, skills training, and health so people can be more capable and productive workers. In simple terms, if the government helps people learn more and get better skills, they can do better jobs, earn more, and contribute more to the country's economy. Human capital investment is critical, given that the Philippines economy has grown because of two major trends. The first one is structural transformation. The country's resources like workers and investment have been shifting from low productivity sectors like farming to higher productivity sectors like industry, services, and technology. The second one is remittances from OFWs. The money sent home by overseas Filipino workers has helped sustain economic growth and provided funds for families, education, and livelihood. Together, these changes have improved the economy. But to sustain this growth, the countries need a more skilled workforce. Hence, the emphasis on education and skills training. To strengthen the workforce, the government launched several education reforms. The K-12 program made education compulsory up to grade 12. It added kindergarten as the official start of schooling. It also focused on 21st century skills, job readiness, and preparation for college or technical careers. They have also launched several laws on skills development and higher education. These laws aim to improve quality of education and training. It also focuses more on learning outcomes, what students actually learn and can do, not just what they study on paper. The goal is to create graduates who are more competent and ready for real work both in the Philippines and abroad. Aside from the improvements in basic education requirements, an important milestone in the country's skills development came with the introduction of the National Qualifications System, known as the Philippine Qualifications Framework or the PQF. What is the Philippine Qualifications Framework or the PQF? The PQF describes the levels of educational qualifications and sets the standards for qualification outcomes. It is a quality-assured national system for the development, recognition, and award of qualifications based on standards of knowledge, skills, and values acquired in different ways and methods by learners and workers of the country. What is qualifications? It refers to the formal certification that a person has successfully achieved specific learning outcomes relevant to the identified academic, industry, or community requirements. A qualification confers official recognition of value in the labor market and in further education and training. A qualification is a formal document issued by an authorized body in recognition of an individual's educational attainment and or current competencies. This document may come in the form of diploma, certificate, or license. Like for example, for the primary, we have the elementary school diploma. For the secondary, we have the senior high school diploma. And for the tertiary, we have the TESDA National Certificate or bachelor's degree. Each of these qualifications serve as official recognition on one's educational attainment and competencies valued in further education, training, and employment. The Philippine Qualification Framework or PQF is a national system that sets standards for education and skills at different levels, from basic education to technical training to professional qualifications. It ensures that all forms of learning, DepEd, TESDA, and CHED, together with the work experience, are recognized and connected. Filipino qualifications are comparable to international standards, allowing Filipinos to work easily abroad. Learners can move smoothly between education and training systems. For example, from Tibet to college or vice versa. Why PQF is important? The PQF serves as a guide for the entire education and workforce system. It helps the government develop a skilled and competitive labor force. Companies manage and evaluate their human resources. Schools and training centers ensure quality and align with national standards. Individuals plan their lifelong learning and career development. It also helps the country have consistent and clear qualifications, so an employer knows what a level 5 qualification means. For example, recognize informal learning and prior experience. Build pathways between different education and career levels. Let's proceed now with the objectives of the PQF. First, adopts national standard and levels for outcome outcomes education. Assist people to move easily between different education sectors, training sectors, and the labor market. Aids in imparting lifelong learning. Accredit certificates and licenses recognized by the government. Aligned to international qualifications for full recognition of the value of Philippine qualification. And now, let's go with the historical background and development of PQF. The foundation of the Philippine Qualification Framework, or PQF, was laid more than 2 decades ago, beginning with the implementation of reforms that led to a quality-assured competency-based TVET system in 1998. This initiative paved the way for a more structured and credible technical education system. In 2004, the Philippine Tibet Qualifications Framework, or PTQF, was established, institutionalizing national certificates based on units of competencies developed in collaboration with various industry stakeholders. By 2012, the government officially established the Philippine Qualification Framework, or PQF, through Executive Order No. 83, Series of 2012, which aimed to create a unified national framework for qualifications. Through this, PQF National Coordinating Committee, or NCC, was then established to oversee the institutionalization of the framework. In the year 2014, Republic Act No. 10647, also known as the Ladderized Education Act of 2014, was enacted to strengthen the connection between the technical vocational education and TVET and the higher education, further reinforcing its legal foundation. The Republic Act No. 10968, also known as the PQF Act of 2018, was enacted. This law, particularly under Section 5 and its implementing rules and regulation, formally established the PQF as a national policy instrument. In 2021, a PQF review was conducted with the guidance of the PQF Council and technical assistance from the World Bank's Future of Jobs project. This review assessed various aspects of the PQF, including its design, implementation, and utilization, and offered key policy recommendations to further improve its effectiveness. The PQF provides a clear and structured framework designed to enhance the quality, relevance, and comparability of qualifications in the Philippines. Its primary goals are to, number 1, promote lifelong learning for all Filipinos. The second one, facilitate the recognition and equivalence of qualification across different education and training systems. And the third one, support mobility of learners and workers within the country and internationally. Essentially, the PQF ensures that Filipino learners and workers can acquire, transfer, and be recognized by their competencies, regardless of where or how they were achieved. Let's now proceed with the governance and structure of the PQF-NCC. The PQF National Coordinating Council plays a central role in facilitating the harmonization of qualifications, ensuring seamless movement of learners and workers across education systems and labor markets. The NCC is chaired by the Secretary of the Department of Education or DepEd, with the following members: the Secretary of the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE, Chairperson of the Commission on Higher Education or CHED, Chairperson of the Professional Regulation Commission or PRC, Director General of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA. To ensure the alignment between education outcomes and industry requirements, representatives from economic and industry sectors are also part of the Council. The NCC Secretariat provides technical and administrative support, while various working groups are established to handle key objectives for PQF implementation. For the structure and levels of the PQF, here is an illustration of the revised Philippine Qualification Framework, which I will explain to you later, as we will first start with a description of its level. Structure and levels of the PQF. The PQF serves as a national instrument for developing and classifying qualifications according to specific criteria based on learning outcomes. It consists of 8 qualification levels, defined by the descriptors of 3 domains: the knowledge, skills, and values, application, and degree of independence. Before we study the descriptors of its level, let us first try to look at the illustration that represents the Philippine Qualifications Framework or PQF. Here are some observations about it. Its level represents a step in the learning and qualification process, ranging from basic education to doctoral studies. The table illustrates how qualifications progress from basic to advanced levels, showing the increasing complexity of knowledge, skills, values, application, and independence expected at each stage. Let's go back with the descriptor of its level. At the lower levels, where the basic education was previously classified as the foundational stage of its qualifications under the PQF, the Department of Education proposed that junior high school and senior high school qualifications be officially recognized within the framework. Thus, the junior high school certificate now corresponds to PQF Level 1, co-equal to a national certificate NC1 holder, while the senior high school diploma corresponds to PQF Level 2, co-equal to a national certificate NC2 holder. Here are the descriptors of the Level 1 and 2 across the 3 domains. In summary, the focus in terms of knowledge, skills, and values is on manual or practical learning, which is typically applied to routine tasks performed in familiar or repetitive settings. These tasks often require close supervision and involve minimal independent judgment. As the level progresses, the Philippine Qualifications Framework reflects a clear journey of growth and mastery. Level 3 corresponds to individuals who hold a national certificate NC3. Moving upward, Level 4 represents holders of NC4, and at Level 5, we reach the TVET diploma holders. These levels represent individuals who have advanced technical skills, can work with minimal supervision, lead teams, solve complex problems, and apply their expertise with understanding and innovation. They are not only skilled workers, but also leaders and mentors in their respective fields. At the higher echelons of the Philippine Qualifications Framework, we encounter the transformative journey of tertiary and postgraduate education. Levels that shape not only expertise, but also vision and leadership, as what have been discussed by Ma'am Viloria in the previous topic. Level 6 corresponds to the baccalaureate degree. Level 7 represents post-baccalaureate or master's degree holders. And at the pinnacle, the level 8 is the doctoral level. These levels represents a progression of learning and mastery. The bachelor's degree holders gain broad knowledge and practical skills. Master's degree holders deepen specialization, conduct advanced research, and lead with expertise. And doctoral holders are innovators and thought leaders who create new knowledge and inspire others in their fields, requiring high degrees of autonomy, innovation, leadership, and strategic thinking. Overall, the progression reflects a journey from performing guided routine work to leading, innovating, and independently contributing to professional, technical, and research fields, aligning formal qualifications with both industry requirements and lifelong learning. The PQF is divided into subnetworks that corresponds to the subsystems of education and training. We have the basic education subsystem, the TVET subsystem, and the higher education subsystem. Under basic education subsystem, or the DepEd, junior high school certificate corresponds to level 1, and Senior high school diploma corresponds to level 2 qualifications under the PQF. The Tibet Subsystem or TESDA covers national certificates from NC1, NC2, NC3, NC4, and the diploma programs, corresponding to levels 1 to 5. The Higher Education Subsystem, or the CHED, covers baccalaureate, post-baccalaureate, or the master's, and the doctoral degrees corresponding to level 6, 7, and 8. Those who are ready to pursue a baccalaureate degree are not limited to senior high school graduates alone. They may also be holders of national certificates ranging from NC1 and NC2 to the more advanced NC3 holder and 4, or even possess a Tibet diploma. These learners brings with them a wealth of practical experience, technical skills, and a foundation of hands-on knowledge, which enriches their higher education journey. They do not step into the world of tertiary education as novices. They arrive equipped, capable, and prepared to transform their expertise into deeper understanding, innovation, and meaningful contribution to their chosen fields. What are the updates on PQF implementation? Qualification Registry or Register, or the Philippine Qualifications Register, PQR. Led by TESDA, the PQR is a national database of quality-assured qualifications authorized by relevant agencies. It is a publicly accessible list linked to government websites. As of the latest update, we have under Tibet sector 315 training regulations and 10 diploma programs. Under higher education, we have 92 PSGs, policies, standard or guidelines, and 753 submitted qualifications. Under the professional sector, 63 table of specifications, and 5 international maritime conventions, and 4 under the civil aviation sector. CHED, PRC, and TESDA committed to include the appropriate PQF level in all new or renewed diplomas, national certificates, and professional identification cards to ensure the integrity and consistency. The second one is the pathways and equivalency under the updates on PQF implementation. It is led by CHED. This group facilitates a joint policy with TESDA on the implementation of the Philippine Credit Transfer System or PCTS, a formal mechanism that supports learners' progress based on recognized learning outcomes. The PCTS was piloted in selected fields such as agriculture and biosystem engineering, dentistry, hospitality management, information technology, game development, and animation. Additionally, the PRC developed competency-based specialization programs, allowing professionals to obtain higher qualifications through education and evaluation. The third one is the international alignment. Led by PRC, this working group focuses on international comparability and recognition of Filipino qualifications. Efforts include benchmarking existing competency standards and participating in the mutual recognition of skills project, particularly in the logistic and transportation sectors in collaboration with Thailand. The fourth one is the government industry education linkage. It is led by DOLE and TESDA. This group promotes collaboration among government, academe, and industry. GIE Summits was set to strengthen partnerships and operationalize goals through a unified action plan. As we conclude our discussion on the Philippine Qualifications Framework, it is important to recognize its strong connection with our previous topic on leadership in technology education. Leadership, as we have learned, is about vision, empowerment, and continuous growth, values that also lie at the heart of the PQF. Just as the leadership guides individuals and organizations toward progress, the PQF serves as a national framework for lifelong learning and professional advancement, helping every learner move forward with direction, purpose, and confidence. The Philippine Qualification Framework is more than just a system of certificates and credentials. It is a vision for a competent, mobile, and lifelong learning Filipino workforce. It seeks to recognize every individual's potential, bridge gaps between education and employment, and then ensure that Filipino skills and qualifications are globally comparable yet locally relevant. As stakeholders in education, industry, and governance, we are called to champion the PQF, to promote it, support its full implementation, and ensure it truly empowers every Filipino learner and worker. Just as leadership transforms people and institutions, the PQF transforms our nation's human potential, preparing every Filipino to lead, grow, and succeed in the changing world. These are the references I've used to this report. This is Guilherme M. Taruk, and thank you to everyone.